So how's it going? It's April 1st, 2020. In the midst of all the coronavirus talk, President Trump has came out in his first interview today on April 1st and basically declared war against the cartels and some other people that are basically dealing in the South American drug trade like Venezuela and just other people. And he said he's going to use the full force of the government and the Army, the Navy, the Air Force. So I'm just sitting back and wondering, like, what is that going to look like? You know, he already said that Mexico has over 27,000 soldiers on their border, and he's trying to tie it into with the COVID-19. That's going to help, keep the virus out, and it's going to help keep American lives, safe and stuff like that. But to me, there seems something really fishy about this. Um, I mean, he basically waged war against the Mexican cartels and saying that he labeled them already terrorists about 4 months ago, and I know that they do a lot of bad things and they kill many thousands of people, which is very horrible for the people that get affected by that. Um, but this has been something that's been all influenced by the American government, the CIA, the FBI. Um, it's something that they've been allowing to happen for so many years, sort of like a cooperation with the cartels and the governments. And for some reason, they just decided to go to war with them right now because President Trump said that they're being sneaky, that they're being, because we're so, thinking about the COVID-19 and all our resources are being basically, um, to that right now. So basically, the cartels decided to take advantage of it and send way more drugs. And basically, that's kind of how this all came to be. Basically, he got the information about that, and it does make sense from the cartel's perspective. I mean, if the governments here are basically worried about COVID-19, they're always very opportunistic, and they decided to do something around this time too. So, and that's why it sparked Trump, is to find out what's happening and wage war against them. Basically, he had generals on the stage with him, and something that came out of just left field. No one thought this was going to happen. No one thought this was going to even be the conversation, and he came out and just basically said that's what it is. So to me, I'm just trying to find out, what's that going to look like? Is it going to be basically on our borders? Because I don't see them invading Mexico. So it's one of the things where it's kind of, you want to see how this is all going to unravel. I'm kind of nervous about the whole thing too, because if the whole military is going to be here, I mean, he said Navy airships, Navy SEALs, Air Force, Marines, Army, basically the whole shebang is going to be on this thing, where it's going to try to stop the drug cartels and anybody in the South, anyone that's basically bringing drugs into the America. But it's going to be basically coming from down south mostly because, the cartels are the ones that bring all the drugs here. But it makes you think about that. What happened if they did this before? They could have really did something like that many years ago, when it seems like the cartels were killing more people than it was in Iraq. So it's just very, very fishy of why they're doing it now. I mean, it makes sense initially when you say it and you kind of think about it, it does make sense. But, just the way they did it, the way they walked out, and no one thought this was even going to be the topic, but he came out of nowhere and had all his generals out there with him and talked about this. So, yeah, that's my initial thoughts is just how is it going to look? Is it going to be, jets flying around the South American border through San Diego and Texas and Arizona? Like, how is this really going to look? How long is this going to be? Is this something that's going to stay for longer? Because that's the one thing I keep telling people that I'm scared of is that they just keep inching and inching and inching closer and letting more and more of our rights being taken away and more military military state, police state is kind of being inducted just because everything is happening perfectly for something like that. So my initial thoughts were I was kind of blown away when he said that. I was very surprised, and now I'm just trying to find out how that is going to look on our American soil. Like I said, the Mexicans are on our south. I'm Mexican American. So it's just very interesting to me and how he worded it, the way he said they're going to go about doing it. So it's April 1st. I thought it was an April Fool's joke, but that's basically what he's doing. He basically waged war against the cartels and the drug trade, basically. So let's see what comes out of it. See what you guys think about it. Get your information out there and see what you guys can find out about this as well, too. But like I said, President Trump did declare war against the Mexican cartels. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see how this looks. Let's see what's come out of this. All right. So again, prayers out to everyone. Stay safe. Stay hygiene, very clean, and just do your best to try to stay inside if you can, and just continue to help yourself, help your neighbors, and help your communities. Okay. You guys have a good day. God bless, and take care.